Hey friends, this is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead with an unexpected video on managing fibromyalgia. Yeah, my eyes are red. Yes, I've been crying. Yes, I'm very upset. This is kind of directed more at the people who live with fibromyalgia sufferers, okay? You remember me telling you back there, let me start. Organization. I know my house isn't always as organized as I would like, but I know where everything is, okay? And when Briar lived here, it would drive me crazy if he would put things, when he was unloading the dishwasher, and would put things away in the wrong place. Well, here's a doozy. I have to drive into Ottawa. It's an hour drive almost for me to go to the doctor. And I hate going to the doctor. Okay? I only go once a year because that's the only time. If you don't see the doctor at least once a year, they won't renew your prescriptions. As far as I'm concerned, it's just a cash grab. Because then the government, they've got it on their books that they had an appointment and the government pays them, because I don't pay for my doctor's appointments, except the fact that my doctor is in Ottawa and not Quebec. So Ottawa is in Ontario. So when I drive to my doctor's, and I can't get a doctor in Quebec for those who are going to ask me, it costs me $20 in gas to go to the doctor. $20 at the doctor's office to cover the deficiencies between the Ontario health insurance and the Quebec health insurance. $5 for parking. And then I go and I repeat it at the pain specialist, because I have to go to the pain specialist to get my paperwork filled out to continue to renew my medical marijuana card. So, hating going to the doctor, I had everything organized for today. I was going to go to my eye doctor, and you have to make, and it's hard. You have to make your appointments like a month in advance. So, these are the wrong glasses. So, I phoned the doctor, and the same clinic looks after both doctors. It's just they're in separate buildings. One's 2 blocks away. So I phoned the receptionist. I made both appointments back to back so that I could go in, get my prescription printout, then go to the pain specialist, give him the paperwork to fax away, and I could get my prescriptions refilled. Because the last time I got my prescriptions refilled, they told me, your doctor's upset because you haven't seen her in a year and she will not refill your prescriptions. That was last month. So I had everything organized for today. Even to the point where I told Howie I'm setting the alarm for 5:30 because I need to get a couple more hours sleep. Because normally I get up at 4:45. I set the alarm for 5:30. I told him, you buy your breakfast and lunch at the coffee shop or whatever today, because I'm just going to get up, put the dog out, put her back in her crate, and I'm going to go back to bed until 9:30. So I got up at 9:30 because my appointment was at 11:30. I know this is a lot of details, folks, but it takes a lot of detail work and planning for me to go into the city. And guess what? It snowed yesterday, which means winter's coming. I don't drive, okay? Now, we don't have any snow on the ground right now, but that's not the point. I need to get this shit done before the snow flies. And organization is my best friend when it comes to dealing with fibromyalgia. I organize all my videos, all my editing time, all my filming time, all that stuff around my fibromyalgia. Okay? My life is organized around my fibromyalgia. So when something throws a wrench in the works, it can have disastrous effects health-wise. Okay? I'm already up the back of my neck, and my shoulders and everything are already seizing up from stress. And I'm trying really hard. Let's start with that. Anyway, and I couldn't do that because I was going to the doctor. So, I got up, I put Gracie out. I printed off the forms I needed for the pain specialist. I got the return order number for Howie's glasses and the address and everything so I could send his glasses back at the post office. Because if I'm going out, I'm getting everything done that I need to get done in one trip. I bought a new coat, and I don't know if anybody will understand what that means. I haven't bought a new coat of my choosing, since high school. Okay? Because I always seem to find a reason. I don't go out much in the winter, and I always seem to find somewhere else that the money needs to go to first. So I got up, I showered, I looked after the dog, I got all my crap together, and I grabbed my purse, and I took out my wallet, and I put change in it for the parking meter because it's $5, but they take coins. And I'm ready to go. Got my phone, got Howie's glasses to return, got all that stuff, and I go to reach for the keys and they're missing. Now, my truck key is not a simple key. As most of you'll know who drive newer vehicles, this is a computer key, and I only have one. So I've explained to Howie, if you use the truck, and I'm not blaming this on Howie, but he was the last one to use the truck. And I've tried to explain to him 100 million times, hang the keys up by the door on the key rack. Why? Because if the key gets lost, it's over $300 to replace. It's got to be bought, then computerized. And I only have one. And if there was ever, God forbid, there was ever a fire or anything, you got to be able to grab, my purse hangs up by the door and my keys hang up on the other side of the door. And boom, if there's ever an emergency, there's my purse, there's my keys. I'm out of the house. Hopefully I'll calm down in a minute. Excuse me. So, the keys aren't there. And I have an hour. And it's a 45-minute to an hour drive, but I have an hour to find my keys and get to the doctor, or I'm out of medication. And I'm not talking about this medication. I'm talking about my antidepressants that I've been on for 22 years. And my sleep medication, which I've cut in half since starting medical marijuana, but I'm still an insomniac. And I still need that stuff. So I phoned Howie at work, where are the keys? I have been everywhere, folks. I've looked on the table, on the island, under the table, under the island, on all the chairs, key racks, the living room, my office, the bedroom, the barn, the shed. I have looked everywhere. And the keys are nowhere to be found. So I leave my house unlocked and I go out to the truck and I put my purse on the seat. And because now I'm upset, I put my purse on the seat and I go looking through the truck and I can't find the keys. So I grab my phone out of my purse. I shut the truck door. Just a minute, please. This is the pharmacy. Hello? Yes.
Yes, hi, I'm calling back from the pharmacy.
Thank you. Yes.
So I called at the clinic and the secretary told me you already canceled the appointment this morning.
Well, I tried to, but all I had left was a message.
Yeah, so she received the message and she canceled your appointment, but she told me maybe you will have fees to pay because
I'm gonna have to pay the $35 fee for not showing up. If I had known this was going to happen, I would have canceled yesterday and saved myself $35. But that's just not the way it works.
But she's not sure. She said the doctor will decide if she wants you to pay it or not.
Right. Okay.
And I asked the secretary if I can send a fax, like an emergency fax, and she said yes. And the doctor is leaving at noon. so she will try to do it before she leaves.
Okay.
And it's only, I think, because the other one has repeats.
I have repeats on the other one. Yeah, so it's for the yes.
Perfect. So by noon, I will wait for the fax back. And for sure, we'll call you back maybe in a few hours.
And hopefully my husband will be able to pick up my medication on his way home from work.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So, okay, I'll
All
call
right.
you back later.
Thank you very much.
No problem, madam.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See, even in an emergency situation, I'm going to get charged $35 for each appointment that I miss. So there's $70 out of pocket because I couldn't find the keys. I phoned Howie at work and he's saying, don't get all upset. If you can't go cancel the appointment. I said, you don't understand what it takes. It took a month. I mean, I had to make this appointment, like maybe not a month, but at least 3 weeks ago. Yeah, it was a month ago I had to make the appointment. And then I had to plan my entire week around going to the appointment. And my finances. And everything was geared around this appointment. I got up, I had a shower, I did all that stuff, only to be met with a brick wall. So, hopefully, the doctor will, because I did try and phone and cancel my appointment and explain, but of course you get an answering machine saying, oh, if you need us to call you back, please call us back, but leave a message, yada, yada, yada. So I had to leave a message. And I'm not even sure it was coherent, but the pharmacist said it was, because I was really, really upset. So now, hang the housework. I'm going to have some breakfast, because I can't eat before I go out. Not because of a doctor thing. It's just there's too much going on. It upsets my stomach. So I'm going to have some breakfast and I'm going to go back to bed. And if I sleep until 3, I don't care. Hopefully this little shot here, hopefully will help my neck and shoulders and that relax enough that I don't go into a full-blown color red fibromyalgia seizure. But another upsetting point besides this is if I do, it screws the rest of my weekend. It's Friday. And what's going to happen is, what's going on at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning? I'm supposed to be getting up at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning for opening day of hunting. And if I'm in a seizure, I'm going to miss my opening day again 2 years in a row because of illness. I'm trying really hard not to feel sorry for myself, folks. But if you live with a fibromyalgia sufferer, do us all a favor. When it comes to things like keys, purses, medication, anything that is important to the fibromyalgia sufferer's well-being, don't mess with it. Don't mess with it, because it can have disastrous results. And I don't think I caught this neck problem in time. This is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying, sorry for whining, but I don't think people realize how one thing can have a kind of cascade or a domino effect that leads up to a fibromyalgia seizure. One stupid little thing, like not being able to find your keys because somebody moved them. Take care. Ouch. God bless.